They say retirement is supposed to be your golden years.
Right now, it feels more like a clearance sale where everything's marked up 300%.
Well, this is Jim, and he's survived more economic bubbles than your dishwasher.
And this is Tab. She doesn't buy into fear mongering, but she knows a financial storm coming when she sees it. And together, we're Unretired AF.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Unretired AF podcast, the podcast especially created for the over 60 nonconformists. Where today we're going to be talking about the retirement bubble that has everybody worried and has everybody scared. So let's talk about that perfect storm that's hitting seniors now. That would be housing, inflation, lack of adequate savings in some cases, and why the bubble is about to burst. Well, as we all know, housing prices are insane for everybody. The young people can't buy. Boomers and Gen X can't sell without overpaying for the next thing that they buy and taking a hit. Rentals are no better. I mean, rent supply is low, demand is high, and fixed incomes are really having a hard time keeping up with what's going on in the housing market.
Yeah. We all grew up thinking that paying off your mortgage meant security.
Right.
Does it really? Does it? I don't think so. Now it feels like a trap if you want to move.
Right.
I know in our area, it would be extremely difficult for us to sell our place and buy another place without paying equal money. That would be like, kind, and quality, for no better word.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
That's why we're thinking of moving somewhere else.
Moving to a different state.
Yeah.
Retirement brochures always show a lake or a beach house.
Right.
You know, most people are trying to figure out how they can not get priced out of their own zip code.
Right.
It's just not the same as it was anymore.
No, it's not the same as it was for generations past who retired. I mean, and I know that there's a lot of millennials who are bitching at boomers and Gen Xers because we're not selling, but we can't. We freaking can't, right? I mean, without taking a hit or overpaying to replace them, we've got to live somewhere, right? And even if you have a roof over your head, you still have to eat. And let's talk about inflation. I mean, nobody can ignore what's happening with inflation right now. No. I mean, grocery costs are skyrocketing. Honestly, I mean, we did an episode like 2 weeks ago, I think, where we talked about grocery costs. I mean, some items have gone up over 200% in the last 5 years. It's insane. Gas prices are going up and they're going down, and they're not consistent. And you can't even really make a budget for fuel because you don't know what it's going to be.
Right.
Even the dollar menu from fast food is gone, and it's now the $5 menu, if there's even anything like that at all. And even if they do have, like, I thought Jack in the Box has some $5 box, it's all shit food that you don't want to eat, right? I mean,
right.
We don't need to be eating that crap, so don't go there. And retirement savings don't stretch when these prices are going up as high as they are. When we have, the price of eggs doubling every couple of months. It's crazy.
Yeah. So why should a glass of iced tea,
right,
which is a tea bag and water, why should that cost $4?
Or more.
Right.
I
mean, yeah, we've seen it higher than that at a restaurant.
Right.
Why?
And they try and say, oh, it's because you get free refills on water with a little, like you said, a little tea. But tea is not cheap anymore either, though. But still, it's not $5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So inflation, in my opinion, is like a termite.
Mm.
It eats away everything slowly until the day the floor caves in.
Right.
It feels like everything is shifting under your feet.
Right.
So how do you stop this? Right. Can you stop this?
Right. Well, yeah. Well, and it's everywhere. Every aspect of
Everywhere.
life is being hit with inflation. It's not just groceries. It's everything we need to do. It's like going to get my hair done. I mean, that's one of the reasons, honestly, that I decided to just go gray and just give up. Because I used to be blonde. I was blonde for 30 years. But when it got to be like $150
Yeah.
every 6 weeks to do that, and the same thing. I mean, just regular maintenance. Like, what do you pay for a haircut?
$20, and that's with not a lot there.
Right. And then you got to tip because it's, you don't want to be an asshole, so you have
It's
to
a
tip.
service,
So
right?
you have to tip, which you do. You want to tip.
Well, sure.
And so all that stuff. I mean, just the regular stuff that that you do in life. Like you had to go replace a pair of shorts yesterday. How much was they?
$50.
So just a pair of jean shorts.
Yeah.
$50. I mean, where 10 years ago they would have been half that.
15. Yeah.
So it's crazy.
What gets me though is like when you go places anymore, they've got, and maybe it's just the places that I've gone, but I was recently in San Diego. Every restaurant I went to had 3 lines for a tip. It was 15%,
Okay.
20%, and 25%. And they kind of made you choose one to be able to run your card.
Yeah, I mean the tip's supposed to be additional at your discretion, which Jim and I are great tippers.
For exemplary service.
I mean, don't send us any hate mail. Don't hate on us because we tip well. I mean, even for me, for grocery delivery, I do grocery delivery. I will tip 15 to 20% for grocery delivery.
Sure.
And, so if I'm having, like I had a grocery delivery the other day, it was $179. I tipped $17 and they drove like 4 miles to drop off our groceries. And they didn't even have to pick it. This was a Walmart one. They had to pick it up at Walmart and drive it to me for 4 miles. And I tip. I mean, so we tip really well, but when it's like pushed on you and you don't feel like you have a choice, I don't like that. I don't like when you go for fast food and you're standing at the fucking, standing at the counter and they're like, and you're running, like you said, running your car your own self.
Right.
You're ordering it yourself at the counter, and then they spin around the screen at you, and and you have to actually click no tip. I'm not tipping at places that I'm not being served.
Well, I got my no. I got my oil changed the other day. The other day. And he did that. He slid the thing around, and it had a tip line
for
an oil change
or wherever.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it Jiffy Lube?
Well, it was the red and white one.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. You can say it. I mean.
Yes, it was fucking Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
Rat bastards.
I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, the tipping. I'm having tipping fatigue. Let us know in the comments if you're having tipping fatigue too. I'm just over it. I mean, I'm used to tipping waitresses, people that cut my hair, people that do my nails, which I don't. I do my own now. I'm trying to save that because that got up to be over $50 just to have my nails done. It's like nothing.
And again, we are very generous tippers.
Oh yeah.
But we're tippers when we want to tip,
right?
Not when we have to tip.
Right.
My tip when we have to tip is I write on there, get a better job. No. That's the tip of the day.
No, you don't.
I will.
Okay. Well, and the thing about it is, and one reason that Jim and I are really good tippers, getting on this other tangent that we're on now with the tipping, is because we know that a lot of those people aren't making a good wage. You know, especially like servers, they're making $2 or something. But now in California, they have to pay them $15 an hour or something like that. So $20 an hour.
$20 an hour.
$20 an hour. So I'm not going to tip the same way I did when they were making $2.35 an hour.
But you can tell too, because everything. Like I stopped and got a half cut tea, and it was $3 at McDonald's.
Wow.
It used to be 99 cents.
What's a half cut tea?
Half and half.
Half what?
Half sugar and half regular. Half sweetened and half wheat.
I'm like, half sugar.
I'm sorry. Half and half.
Half sweetened and half unsweetened.
Yeah.
Okay.
with heavy on the unsweetened.
Well, and didn't you say you went just to like a little, I don't know, a hamburger dive?
Yes.
There, and how much were the hamburgers there?
$64 for 2 hamburgers and 2 canned drinks and 2 bags of chips.
Oh my gosh! All right. Let's get back on track. All right, so it isn't just about spending, but the retirement bubble. Getting back to the retirement bubble, it's about what people have saved, or maybe not saved enough as well. Well, according to AARP, I believe it was, I'll put this in the description too. Half of Americans have little to nothing saved for retirement. And the other half probably don't have as much as they would like to have.
Right.
We were told that 401ks were going to replace pensions. Well, newsflash, guess what? They didn't.
Yeah, our generation worked hard. But what happened is the system shifted under us. Now people are expected to retire on fumes.
Right.
That's where the unretirement. What did I say?
Under-retirement.
Unretirement can save our generation.
Well, we took care of ourselves when we were young because nobody was watching us, and we can do the same thing now. I mean, things may be a little bit shaky out there, but we're not powerless. We never have been. Our generation has been tough. We were raised to be tough. We had to be tough. And every generation that came before us has survived things like wars.
Right.
Other major things that have happened. So if they could do it, we can do it too. But the reality is sometimes we have to take drastic action. I mean, that's just the reality of it. I mean, I know for Jim and I, we want to have a bigger place and we want to have land, and we can't afford it where we live here in Arizona. We just can't. Right. So rather than, we could get it, and we could get it with a big mortgage, but that's just dumb at our age, I think, for us to do something like that.
Well, I'll be honest. I miss green and I miss the rain.
Yeah.
We don't get either one of those here.
Well, and Jim likes the ocean, and I do too. He likes fishing. So, that's our drastic choice, is that we're leaving here. And I've been here since 1979. I had a few years in California, but I always had sort of a touchstone here because my family was here. Right. And we're picking up and moving. That's drastic because we can get so much better value moving to a different state. So,
yes, we can.
So sometimes I think we have to look in the mirror and we have to really be honest with ourselves about what can we do to survive this.
Right.
And for us, that's what we're doing. I mean, we're leaving. Also, Jim and I don't drive new cars.
No.
We don't. We drive cars that are a little older, and that Jim keeps them very well maintained, so they keep running. We don't have a car payment, so that keeps, the fact that we don't have a car payment keeps our expenses lower. Yes. And our insurance is so much lower not having a new car. So, so part of the drastic, you got to take an inventory of your lifestyle, and if you need to, and take a hard look and do those drastic things. Cut your expenses. Figure out a way to do it. Another thing that's a kind of a radical thing that Jim and I are really seriously looking at is we're looking at our health and making some health changes, because if we don't, we're going to have expenses related to our health when we're older, which we don't want.
No.
We don't want to feel like shit, number one.
Right.
But we also don't want the costs associated with it. So making healthy lifestyle choices and changes is one way that we can ensure having lower costs for our healthcare in the future. And another thing we can do while we feel good is we can use our skills that we have to earn income and bring money in right now and bank it, bank it away.
Yeah. I do want to back up for a second.
Uh-oh.
Well, no. Okay. We don't want to belittle anybody or put any kind of notion. If you like to drive a new car and
you can afford it,
you can afford it, and all we're saying is cars don't mean much to us.
Yeah,
they don't.
But at the same time, we have a boat in San Diego, which so everybody picks their battles.
Pick their battle.
Pick their battle. I mean, because we have a slip fee and insurance and all
yeah,
that shit.
That's
so
more than any car note.
But the boat brings us a lot of joy.
It does.
More joy than a car would.
It does.
So pick your things. And, and I'm glad you brought that up. Because we're not trying to make anybody feel bad. No. We're just saying, you know, I think we all have to do a hard inventory of that. And because boating is really important to us, you know, we're going to be moving to the Gulf Coast where boating will cost probably a 2/3 less than what it costs in San Diego. Right. And we can have still have a great time on the ocean. Oh, absolutely. You can still fish. You can still have a great time. We're not really losing anything by doing that. No. Yeah.
So I guess we're not ignoring the reality of things the way they are.
Right.
We're just adapting to it. So we personally, and we're only talking about us, so we can survive. That's it. We didn't survive disco and polyester and 18% mortgage rates by accident.
Right.
We were right there. We are survivalists. Yeah. We know what we have to do to make things happen.
Yeah.
That's our generation. Yeah. That's all of us.
Yeah.
So what's the real hope in this? The real hope for us, and again, this is just our opinion, the real hope is community.
Right.
You know, when people band together, when you can have families and neighbors and churches and friends, you know, anything that comes at you then, it doesn't seem near as scary. The financial storm is real. It is real.
It's coming.
Mean, it is coming, and it has been coming. And all we can say is try to stay ahead of the first wave. That's all this is about.
Yeah, that's all it's about. Just preparing.
Right.
And so just, you know, sort of like when you go to the mall and there's that map that says you are here and it has a red dot.
Yeah.
You just got to red dot yourself and figure out where are you in relation to where you need to be or where you want to be, you know, to be able to weather this storm. So, you know, and it's not going to be the same for everybody.
And I hope to God that there is no storm, that you already have it all figured out. But I can tell you, over 50% of the people in our age don't.
Yeah.
So if you're one of the few that does, man, congratulations.
Yeah.
Really, congratulations. You did everything right.
Well, but we also need to remind people, even if you did everything right and you've got, you know, all your ducks in a row, just understand that one medical issue can wipe out savings. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that. Or one spouse that has to go into long-term care. That can wipe out a lifetime of savings. So just be prepared mentally.
Yeah.
Like, what would I do if that happened?
Right.
You know, I mean, that's stuff that we think about. We're not being depressed or whatever. We just want to be prepared.
Right.
We just want to be prepared. Think about it, you know, especially with all the fear-mongering that's going on right now, which I think a lot of that's bullshit and we need to ignore it.
Yep.
And the thing is, it's a lot easier to ignore when you've talked about it with your spouse or had a good talk with yourself if you're a single person. And figure out where you are, figure out how you're gonna, you know, how would you manage if things got really shitty and then you're not subject to all that fear mongering, right?
I agree, 100%.
So yes, the retirement bubble does look like the perfect storm. And for some people it will be, but just remember, and our generation knows this, storms pass. And how we prepare makes all the difference. Like we said, how you prepare makes all the difference in how you're going to survive it and thrive throughout it. Gratitude, adaptability, flexibility, and finding new ways to thrive matter much more than obsessing over the things that we can't control. There's going to be things that we absolutely cannot control.
Yeah, yeah. So think about some of the ads you've seen on TV that are 100% focused on us. These advertisers and people that sell these products know that fear sells.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, but it does.
Yeah.
But you know what else? Our resiliency lasts.
Yeah.
And we know how to we know what going the long haul is. Hell, most of us have been here over 60 years. We know what it took to get here.
Right.
We're always tougher than the headlines want us to believe. Because at the end of the day, what? We're not waiting for others to save us. The only people that are going to be able to save us is ourselves. And we're building the lives that are unretired AF.
Yep.
And we're saving ourselves. And come on our train. If we can help save you, if we can all share ideas, we'd love to. We have a comment section. If you have anything to add, and man, we've talked about a lot of stuff on this one,
we did.
and I hope you can add. I hope you can relate to this. We're not professional anything about. We're not financial planners. We're not
professional
doctors.
smartasses.
Yeah, we're there. You go. There you go. We are talking reality
right
for us, and maybe a lot of you too.
Right.
Like I said before, if you've been lucky enough to figure all this out, and you feel like you're never going to run out of money, and you can do whatever you want, man, I'm so proud of you. Love you. Yeah. Just love you. Make sure you tell your children or grandchildren how you got there, and help them out. Help them out. So if you have a comment, please mention it. Put it in our comments, and we'll make sure that we respond to you. Thank you for all our subscribers. We really, really appreciate it. And thanks for visiting our channel.
Well, and if you made it this far, there must be something that's resonating with you. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We would love to for you not to miss anything. We put out new content every Monday through Friday, every day, Monday through Friday, every weekday. And we also have a new school platform channel, new school platform hangout, I guess is a better way to say it, where we put behind the scenes stuff. We put stuff on there that we can't say on YouTube. There's things that we can't say on YouTube that, we get in trouble for. So we'll put it there, over there. And we'll have the link in the description if you'd like to join it. It's free to join until November 1st, 2025. And that's going to include bloopers. Right now, we also have the Side Hustles for Unretired Rebels, which is a PDF download that we put together that has, I think it's got like 50 or 60 different ideas for side hustles if you're looking to figure out a way to make some extra cash to save up for your unretirement. So anyway, the link's in the description if you'd like to join us over there. We'd love to see you over there.
Maybe I'll do a favorite scotches under 50.
Oh, that might be a good thing. Yeah, let us know what you'd like, or come over there and let us know what you'd like, because we're gonna do some more behind the scenes, more informal content than what we put on YouTube here. So, well, anyway, we're not slowing down,
and neither should you.
And together we're Unretired AF.